So, welcome everyone. I'm really happy to be here. My name is Gaitán. I'm the technical coordinator of the Towched project, which is a European project funded by the Horizon Europe Framework Program. And the name of our amazing project is Transforming Our World: Collections at the Heart of Lifelong Learning and Education. So this is going to be a brief of what is Towched. Towched is a project that seeks to promote and demonstrate the transformative potential of inclusive, art-based and heritage-based educational interventions to foster citizen engagement using SDGs as a result of framework, and with a special focus on children and the youth in all their diversities. That means that we leave no one behind. We are 8 partners from around Europe. We are from faraway Latvia and from Portugal, Spain, Belgium, Netherlands, Germany, Italy, Serbia. And we are really great a variety of a consortium because we are a university, which is the University of Valencia, which is the coordinator, but we are also an intergovernmental organization. We are a European organization such as NEMO or IIED Europe or the Young Educators European Association, but we also have a Human Rights Academy, Museum Association in Latvia, or Cultural in Serbia, and also we have CIMOS 98, which they are specialists in education. We have 3 main goals here in the Towched project. The first is to create innovative approaches to empower children and youth in all their diversities. We want them to become engaged citizens committed to sustainable development through focused educational activities using art and heritage collections. We truly believe in the power of heritage collections and we want them to use them. We want to credibly demonstrate that those interventions can actually foster sustainable development with a special focus on children and the youth. We want to advocate for policies that support the integration of arts and heritage in collections, in education and promotion of cultural awareness for sustainable development. Our main target audiences are children and the youth in all their diversities, but we also are policymakers, educators, museums, civil society, and CCIs. We believe that through engaging a diverse range of stakeholders, we want to foster collaboration. And each of you actually, you are going to ensure this holistic approach that drives meaningful impact. How are we going to make this? Well, here you have our methodology. We first have this baseline through a European survey and focus group. So we wanted to know what is out there. What have you been doing before us? With that information, then we are going to prepare the pilots and the co-creation, which they are going to happen in Latvia and Spain. In parallel, we are going to have this evaluation through theory of change and through collaborative sessions. What we do in pilots, then this is going to be replicated in the field work through 10 plus European museums. And this is going to be an iterative evaluation. And through all this, we are going to ensure impact through cultural health, policy makings, and of course, dissemination, exploitation, and communications activities. We believe in gender, so this is a true gender balance project through the coordination, but also in the development, decision-making, and the analysis of results. And of course, as we are interdisciplinary, we have education, cultural heritage, gender, international development, and so on. And of course, we believe in open science. This was the first part. This is mapping the landscape. I'm not going to bore you with all the details. Once we have the results, I'm going to share all this information with you. But just to know, we have a lot of responses around Europe, and we also did 3 national focus groups in Brussels, Latvia, and Spain, 1 per target audience, and we also did 3 international focus groups. So we actually have a strong baseline. We also believe in education for sustainable development, and we are going to use their 8 themes through all our pilots. These are our pilots. We have 4 pilots in Latvia, and the rest, they are going to happen in Spain, mainly in Madrid and in the south, and also in Valencia. How are we going to make them? This is something that, sorry for the noise, we are going to work all the time, museums, educational communities, a cultural mediator / facilitator, and the consortium. We are going to learn through sustainable development, identify the challenges, explore the museum, co-create, do some creative activities, self-assessment, and etc. But basically, this is not only about making interventions just to make interventions, because we truly believe in human rights. And this is the core of our project is the human rights-based approach. This is more than a general commitment to human rights. This is actually a methodology that we are going to implement. And this is where we are actually bridging the gap, because usually in collection-based interventions and in educational interventions, they are left behind this kind of human rights approaches. So we are going to merge them through co-creation and with all of your help, and then we'll have these results. Actually, the vision of our Towched project is if museums, formal and non-formal educators, children and the youth in all their diversities, artist facilitators in Europe collaborate actively and equally to co-create collections-based interventions for ESD, then children and the youth in all their diversity will be motivated and equipped with competence, knowledge, skills, and attitudes to engage and contribute to SDGs at local and beyond, because they engage in a creative, innovative, participatory, and empowered learning environments that foster and stimulate their growth on SDGs. This is also a theory of evaluation, how we are going to make it, but this is not for the timing, but just to have you in mind, how are we going to make things? And once we have, as I mentioned, these pilots, this evaluation, we are going to test field them in 10 plus museums and educational communities. This is a map of our NEMO partner, but because we are going to use their network to expand our results. And of course, we are going to use cultural hubs, scientific community, dissemination, exploitation, and communities activities through different actions. For example, we are already going to Mondia Cult. This is our expected results. We are going to have a series of innovative methodologies and tools, a mail tool, a human rights-based approach toolbox, of course, scientific papers, policy recommendations, and best practices. Our impact, and this is too long, but I'm going to be a little bit shorter. We want to incorporate actively these heritage-based interventions into informal and non-formal learning curricula to enhance cultural awareness and civic engagement for SDGs, to actually make them available to cater with different abilities and use artistic heritage for the promotion of the SDGs, to provide training for educators, to integrate and actually to test field these HRB approaches, to facilitate active participation on youth, to foster a meaningful and inclusive participation, to provide with a sense of responsibility, to bring together all the key stakeholders as we are doing now, and also to identify the gaps that exist in policies, programs, and actions. Mainly, this is what we want to do. On the one hand, to develop and apply these methods, but on the other hand, that these methods actually go beyond our community and actually touch the policymakers, and they are actually going to change the programs and actions to use arts in education in their curricula. Of course, our results will be after the development of the 2030 agenda, but we actually aim to strengthen the contributions of cultural heritage towards the sustainable development before and after 2030. And as I mentioned, we want to make a policy making. We want to bridge the gap of these policy elements, especially focusing on the educational policies concerning the role of museums and collection-based organization as strategic places for learning. We want to contribute to education and public participation to sustainable development agendas and really include these initiatives in existing European policies and recommendations. And of course, to shift educational practices towards a competence-based learning approach and to contribute to policy currents as sustainable development. So thank you everyone for being here, for listening me, and we are open to collaborate. Let us know how can we work together, and of course, if you have any ideas. Thank you very much. And here you have all our social media. Join us if you want. Thank you.